Hello, hello, good evening. Happy Friday. Hope you guys had a beautiful day, a wonderful day, a productive day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Grace of Stella Maris Readings. So happy to be here to connect with you and talk about spirituality, my most favorite subject. And of course, I'm so very, very excited this evening because I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is the 29th, and the 29th of March, and a powerful, powerful day to manifest. And you could start manifesting right now, because remember, the energy of this solar eclipse and this new moon in Aries is with us right this minute. We reach its peak tomorrow night. So if you want to start doing some work and some steps to manifesting and creating, this is the first new moon of spring, which is powerful. And every new moon and every full moon, on an average, not even average, the wondrous thing that every month we get a new moon and we get a full moon, they're powerful in itself. Just by themselves, with nothing else going on, they are extremely powerful to do spiritual work, to begin new endeavors, to work with that energy, to seed the universe, and with our spirituality to move forward and achieve that as we co-create with the divine, as well as when you have these full moons. Full moons are powerful. Babies are born, lots of accidents, lots of things happen during a full moon because they're filled with so much energy. That's when the moon is closest to the earth. That's why we see it up in the sky so close and so brilliant and beautiful and full. So they're powerful in themselves. But when you have this beautiful celestial phenomenon of lunar eclipses, solar eclipses, they're very powerful. And what they do is amplify the energy of the moons that they contain themselves. So we have a solar eclipse coming up tomorrow night. But like I said, we're in that energy already. But tomorrow with its peak, this is a great time to manifest great things. You can either manifest basically everything and anything. But I'm going to be focusing tomorrow with a candle service, which is Pick Your Magic Candle Service. I'm going to be working with the Triumph, working to bring in success and prosperity with the Triumph candle. And of course, the Protection candle to bring in protection for spiritual defense and an energetic balance. And that's why we have a black candle, because the black picks up and absorbs all kind of negativity and breaks it, blockbusters it, and it's protection, okay? And for all those who have got, people with the nasty eyeball giving you envy, evil eye and being envious and jealous and gossiping, the evil eye candle was perfect as well. And with that is to remove envy, remove jealousy, and restore balance and friendships and kindness and mutual respect. And as well as the money candle, which is a big favorite. I'm always looking for, let's do the spiritual candle to bring in peace and love. And usually it's the money candle that gets a lot of attention. And the money candle is great because this is to attract abundance, to attract opportunities and growth. That's why it's the color green. Color green is health, and green, like money and wealth and trees and everything that grows from the earth, which is to feed and protect us and give us all the necessities that we need for abundance and prosperity. So the money candle is excellent for that. And then the love candle, which is to call in love, heal relationships, and deepen one's self-love. And also with all your relationships, no matter what they are, your friendships, your familial love, your love of children, your significant other, yourself, and the divine, the beautiful candles. So this is the energy that we want to pull in and work with during this amazing new moon in Aries. And Aries energy with this new moon is really about honoring yourself and honoring your truth, and not forgetting that you are important in wanting to achieve your own things, your own endeavors, your own goals. So this is about not apologizing and for wanting certain things, and not apologizing for your path and doing the work that you need to do to focus on you. This is really for you. What do you want? And if that's something of a question that you don't have an answer, just speak it. Just say it out loud. What do I want? Take a deep breath in and exhale. Let your mind flow. What is it that you need? What is the most important thing? Is it love that you need? Is it protection from negativity and issues from other people, those vampires, those jealous, envious people that can't see you shine or that are jealous that you do shine? Then it's this candle. Or do you need protection spiritually, protection physically, protection emotionally? Then this is your candle. And if you are wanting to attract success, to achieve promotions, achievements, successes, endeavors, reaching your goals, then it's the triumph. Is it that you want to bring in abundance and money and good opportunities and bring every creative opportunity to create more wealth and to never be without wealth and prosperity? Then it's your money candle. So it's up to you to decide, what do you want most? What do you want to focus? Where do you want to focus your energy? What is it that is the most important thing to you? Because when it's the most important thing to you, that brings what? Power. That brings magic and energy, because it's wrapped with your emotion. It's wrapped with your thought. It's wrapped with your feeling and your wish. It's got energy. Remember, things that flow are living. Everything that you think of is living energy. You're breathing, you're walking, you're talking, you're writing. It's all energy, and it's powerful. Okay, so it's a good time by tomorrow. I think that even by tonight, this night, you should know exactly what you want. Okay? And it's how you word it, how you put it out into the universe. Don't give it a framework where you're blocking it, where it's got to be this specific way. When I say just ask for what you truly want, it's literally ask for what you want, but leave it open for the universe to help you design it. Because we don't always see the way, no, not that we don't always see, we don't see the way God sees. God's all-seeing. God sees it all, knows every avenue, every way to get to your destiny, knows every by second, by nanosecond, how it should all come together, how that puzzle of your dream, your wish, that thing, that map, that thing that you're trying to create comes together. The engineering of it, the divine knows how to engineer it in a way that it is successful, powerful, for your best and highest good with the best intention. That's the most masterful engineer. And when you work with it, you can't go wrong because it knows everything, okay?
11:11.
It's 11:11. Kisses to everybody. And remember, say it out loud. What do you want? I want a new job. I want to be successful. I want to be healthy. I want to be happy. I want to be able to create a new business. I want to be able to make more money. I want to be able to be acknowledged for my skill sets, for what I know, for what I've studied, for what I've learned, and what I can achieve. I want a new house. I want my kids to do well. I want to be able to invest wisely. I want to be clear. I want to have clarity. I want to be closer to God. I want to be able to hear God. I want to be able to know God. I want to be able to work with God. I want to be able to work with my saints. I want to be able to know my angels. I want to know how to grow my spirituality. I want to know how to expand my business. So whatever it is that you are thinking of, whatever it is that you want is very, very important. Don't ever downgrade it. Don't ever think that somebody else's work is more important than yours. It is just as important. And this is an important time to work at drawing that energy into your life. And if you have to, also banishing that energy that is vampirish, that is blocking, that is challenging, that is distortive, that is negative, you can do that too. Okay, so this is the moments that the universe sets as a stage for us to be able to work with it with great power and intensity and energy.
Somebody asked, are there still candles available?
Yes, there are. If that's something that you're interested, do it ASAP, as soon as possible, because from this evening into tomorrow afternoon, I'll be working on them. And I want to make sure that each candle gets my time and that everything is written down for me to be able to prepare it, because each candle is custom to what it is that you're asking for. Okay.
You have people saying hello.
Hello, hello.
Somebody on YouTube said, hello, my beautiful spiritual sister and family.
Hello, hello. Hello to you, and hugs and kisses to you from our family to you.
Kim said, I want peace, calm, and serenity.
Okay, so this is the moment. Right now, when we're done, before you go to bed, go towards the window. And even though you don't see the moon, trust me, the moon is there. And speak out to the universe and the moon exactly what it is that you want. I want peace. I want love and happiness. Please hear me with these prayers with a humble heart and love. Dear God, hear my prayers and let it manifest. Let it manifest to success. Amen. Okay. And another thing that is very empowering is writing, journaling, having a notebook that you write your thoughts, your feelings, and the things that you want to see manifest into reality, because that helps you to focus. Writing helps to focus your feelings, to know what is real, because sometimes when we're in our heads or we're in our hearts, we get lost with all the emotion. We get lost with everything that we're thinking or downloading and we're hearing. Our words and our feelings get confused sometimes. So it's important to deliberately write out what it is that we want and deliberately tell the universe what we want and speak out loud. You remember, your words are powerful. How you speak is powerful. What you deliver from your heart out into this world is powerful. It is energy that you're putting out into the universe.
Somebody said, I want to be a mother.
Then you got to ask, say, dear God, 1111, go out right now and go to the sky and by your window and say, I want to be a mother. Mother Mary, dear God in heaven, bless me with the blessing and the opportunity to know what love is as a mother, to feel you in my life in that way. Please, Lord, hear my prayers and let them manifest. I speak and pray with all my heart and love and respect. Thank you, Lord. Love.
I like the live, somebody said.
Thank you. I'm glad that you're here with us.
Somebody said, I was hoping you were alive, and here you are.
Let it manifest. Let it manifest to success. Call me out. You know, this is something interesting, and it's been happening to me a lot. I've been thinking for some clients that I haven't heard from in a while, and lo and behold, 2 weeks ago, I haven't heard from so-and-so. And literally by a day, we hear click a message from those that we ask about, and it happens to all three of us. So I feel that sometimes either they manifest us or we manifest them by just thinking.
Explain who are the three of us to the new people.
Okay. Oh, the three of us. That's my son Gigi and my daughter Maddie. They love to do the support work with me. They help me with my lives, and of course, if you look at our YouTube, you see that we love to go out and look at churches and go to pilgrimages, places, holy places and places, as you learn with certain saints and beautiful churches. We love being able to connect with spirit and energy in these sacred places. So they go with me and they're holding the camera. And of course, they help me out with making sure that they schedule my appointments, and they keep me on task. Don't forget this, don't forget that, Mom. So they're amazing.
And I would like to mention for the people on Instagram and TikTok, if you have not yet, please check out YouTube. If you want, check out YouTube right now.
And you'll see the three of us.
and you can watch the live stream there too, just as horizontal version. Join over on YouTube, type in the chat, and we'll continue when I see a couple people joining YouTube.
Okay. And it's awesome because it's a gift. I think it's a huge blessing. I have a total of 5. Everybody's older, going on to their own things. Most of them are already married and settling in their own lives. The 2 youngest really enjoy connecting with their own spirituality, and they practice, I guess, because since they're very young, they have their own gifts and their own talents and spirituality, that this is a calling for them too, and they enjoy and love being part of it. My kids also have spiritual gifts. They're dreamers, and they have visits from spiritual energies, and they do their candles, and they do a lot of the work. And of course, they've learned from Mom, and they love what Mom does. So we share that. So that's something that really brings us together and unifies us.
Somebody Somebody said some psychic from Nigeria text messaged me. He was weird. I blocked him. It scared me.
Okay. So when you're thinking, for anybody who wants to go get a reading and somebody introduces themselves to you or follows you, be aware and just pay attention and look to see who they are, what their practices are. Be very careful. This is something that is an area that it's not always what it seems, and it's not always the truth. People take advantage, like in any kind of career, in anything that people do. You just have to be aware and conscientious. Okay, so know that I personally will never look for you. That's something that's free. You need to find me if that's something that you're interested in.
Kim said, Gigi with his GoPro and Madison ran at the Gettysburg Bridge.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun together.
And saw it on YouTube.
Yeah, that's on YouTube. Our trip to Gettysburg, we did a vlog, and just to share it along with you, so you could see what Grace, Gigi, and Maddie do on their off time. So it was wonderful, and it was a great time to also to share with you and show you a little bit of what we do, how spirituality is something that is constant with us.
And be sure to stay up to date, especially on YouTube, because there's many more vlogs coming up, and who knows, maybe there's something else tomorrow on the Instagram and TikTok story coming out tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Maybe.
Huh?
Somebody said, love you.
I love you too. Thank you so much for being here and for sharing. I love being able to share this, my spirituality and my practices, and just sharing us as well with you.
Somebody asked, do you know anything about Saint Benedict?
Oh, do I know stuff about Saint Benedict? Saint Benedict is a powerful saint. He was a theologian, and also he's got a twin sister who's also a saint. You want to guess who that is? Saint Scholastica. They are brother and sister. Very, very powerful. Look at that, the knowledge. They're very intelligent. They're smart. And they have something in common, their love for God and their love of their faith. They were big practitioners. They were both considered doctors of the church. And if you notice, Saint Scholastica, when you go to school, in the books, you see a Scholastic School Book Company. That comes from Saint Scholastica, and providing books for education. So they're brother and sister. And Saint Benedict is, like I said, the patron, is a theologian, but he's also the patron saint of Europe. I don't know if you guys knew that. And he was very bright and intelligent, and he was also an exorcist. You know what an exorcist is? An exorcist is someone who has the divine gift and power by God to be able to exorcise demons, dark energies out of animals, people, and places and things. So he also has a medal called the St. Benedict medal, which is written in Latin with a beautiful cross and then St. Benedict on the other side. And that is used as a talisman to block out negativity and evil, demonology. It's like demon energy out of the space as a protected, grounds the space and protects it from evil coming through the doorways or whatever room that you have. And there's some crucifixes. I have one in particular. I have a couple that, I put over the bedroom doors that actually have the seal of St. Benedict, and then they have Jesus on the cross. And with St. Benedict, you could always work with him as an intercessor to block out evil from your home, from you yourself also, because we're very sensitive, and sometimes we can pick up energies that don't belong to us, and that is something that can happen if you don't do your prayers, if you don't walk in that light, if you don't make an effort to make those connections with God. Guess what? You become a target for the darker energies, the darker spirits, and they look for weakness. Dark energies look for weakness. So if you are not protected, if you do not connect with the divine or do some practices, you can be successible to that. Like a bad cold, like the flu. Not that this is equal, oh no, but just like we pick up germs, we could pick up evil too. All right, so Saint Benedict is powerful. His color is black. So you're going to do a candle, black candle. Okay.
Have you ever asked, if I can't do a candle, can I still manifest?
Absolutely. There are many things that you could do to manifest. You know what they are? Prayer, meditation, cleaning, journaling, writing your petition, saying it out loud, going outside, speaking it out into the universe. That is powerful. That's how you meditate, how you manifest. Those are the steps to manifesting. And if you want to prepare for that and feel more powerful and confident as you do that, do a spiritual bath before that. So tonight, do a spiritual bath, and I'll give you something that's very easy to do. You know, I sell spiritual baths at stellamarisreadings.com and, you know, at the Botanica. But if this is like an emergency, like I didn't think about this, I didn't know about this, something that is very easy and can help you is literally go to your cupboard, get rosemary. You could get rosemary, you could get basil, what else? Parsley. Mix it together, put it in a big pot and steep it and bathe yourself real quick. Tonight, before you go to bed, pat yourself dry like this. Don't take it all off completely. Let the juices sit on you a little bit, okay, overnight. That way you start that cleansing process to remove any kind of heaviness that may block you, that may make you unclear or dazed or confused or hazy. Because I know that there are moments that I feel hazy, and that's when there's an overload of energy. I feel hazy. It's almost like I'm walking on a cloud, and it's difficult for me to concentrate, and sometimes even speak or put words together because I got so much going on energetically, kind of in my space. So do that, cleanse, and, you know, get a piece of paper and sit down and really connect with Spirit. Say, dear God, I want to be able to achieve things. I know that tonight is powerful, and I ask for your presence and your support and guidance. Deliver me from any negativities and darkness. And as this wonderful spring is here, as wonderful spring is here, and thank you for this opportunity with the solar eclipse and the new moon in Aries. I want to create and begin new endeavors. I want to blah, blah, blah. I'd like to be able to blah, 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 whatever it is that you want. I am grateful and thankful to you, God, for the opportunity and for this beautiful, powerful night that you are gifting and blessing me with. And do your prayer, your petition, whatever it is that you want to manifest. You can light a little candle, a little tea light. You know, you get any little tea light, whatever, and light it, okay? Even a birthday candle. Take a little birthday candle. If you don't have anything else, a little birthday candle. Light it. Say your prayer. Let it go all the way down. Okay, those are things that you do in an emergency. Like you didn't plan for this, but you want to be able to work with this energy tonight. Those are things that are very inexpensive and simple and quick in an emergency that you can do. And then the next time you prepare, you get your candle, then you prepare your spiritual bath. You go to Stella Maris Readings and order your spiritual bath that's going to knock out any kind of negativity, that's going to lift your vibration, help you to be more clear about how you're going to connect, what you want to say, how you're going to say it. Because it's important how you communicate. Remember, this is powerful. You have the ability to destroy with this, and you have the ability to build with this. You have the ability to draw things to you, and you have the ability to rush everything away. You banish everything. You know, how many times people self-sabotage? You know, they're in a relationship, and they pick and they pick and they pick, and because you're afraid that that person's going to dump you, you start creating chaos and you self-sabotage. People do that all the time. And what do? You destroy your relationships. You destroy your friendships. You destroy everything because you come out and say like the worst things. So this is where I'm saying this has power to dissolve and destroy, but it also has the power to build, amplify, and draw and bring good things to you. Okay? So all of it is important. So how do we manifest on this night? Simply, you could burn a Bailey. You could light a little tea light, do your spiritual bath, write down your petition and prayer, journal, speak to God, do your prayers, and meditate. That's how you manifest. Okay?
Have you ever asked, What is your favorite title of Mary?
I love them all. Immaculate Conception. The Immaculate Conception, Stella Maris. Mother Mary, Queen of the Sea, Moon, and Stars. Hence, Stella Maris readings. Stella Maris, because it's Estrella. Maris is mar. Estrella y mar. Stella Maris. It's Italian. Stella Maris. And it's Queen of the Sea, Moon, and Stars, Mother Mary. That's the kind of title and energy, because my awakening, I've always had this ability, but my true awakening to what I do now, the way and the fashion and how I do this, came from a dream with Mother Mary, Stella Maris, in my dream saying, it is time to pick your path. I am with you. I'm with you in this journey. It's time to do your work. It's time to connect with me and connect with me. I'm with you. I'll be with you in everything that you do. And you will find happiness and success and balance in everything that you do. Just walk with me. Stella Maris, in the middle of the sea. I was standing on a quartz in the middle of the sea, and it was a dream that was so vivid that it's unforgettable. To this day, I relive it. I try to relive it as much as I can, because that's what propelled me with this change to really be here, because I was a very, very private person, very little friends, very much just into my home family. Trust me, even pictures to me, taking a picture was like, I don't want to take a picture. Very, very private. And for me to be dancing under the moon, on a new moon, on a full moon, and talking to you, wasn't always my most comfortable thing to do. Okay, so yes, and as friends, I'm very outgoing, with my family, but for me to be able to do this and to put myself out there like this is not something that is common or usual. But I do believe that Mother Mary and God is always with me, and I trust that it is with me and it helps me to do what I do. I trust it. And that's one thing that I've learned, is to trust my intuition, to trust my dreams, and to trust what speaks to me. It never fails me. It doesn't lead me in the wrong direction. I always see light, and I always see love and peace, and it's in my work and everything that I do. And how I connect with you is that mother energy. I know I'm not your mother, but I love sharing that mother quality with you, because that's what helps me stay close to God. Being able to do this, feel that connection, and everything that needs to come out of my mouth comes out of my mouth, and everything that needs to be said comes out, and I feel that, and I'm touching that vibration. So I love it. I can soak it up because it's constantly giving, and as it's constantly giving, I'm channeling it. I'm channeling it into the real world, and it's a real thing. I have a great belief in it, and it's something that I've always had this understanding. But in this medium, in this outlet, for the past 8 years, it has grown and expanded. And you could see flowers. You could see it from the beginning. If you can go back to 2019, 2018, I think it's 2018, you'll be able, I think it's 2018, 2019, you'll be able to see the growth and the expansion and the evolution of Grace, and how I do the work in channeling and doing my prayers and meditating, and how I could help and how I could expand, not only for myself and my family, but for all of you and for all those who work with me. So remember, it's a process. And I know many of you want to be very close to Spirit and want to connect and be able to do spiritual work and be able to do this. And it's wonderful. It's a gift. It's a blessing. I always feel that you're chosen. This is not something that I said, oh, this is what I want to do. No, like I've said before, my dream was to be a mother and to be a grandmother and to enjoy the process of family and drawing that together, because I came from a very small family. I was a single child, and it's not always easy to be single. And so for me to have a big family was a dream of mine, and that helped me really learn so much. And in that, I felt the love of God in my everyday and through my children and through the process, because as they were growing, I was growing as well. And I learned so much: patience, love, kindness, faith, trust, and hope. lots of things, and empowerment and courage and strength and grit, grit too. And I always felt God in my home. I always spoke to God. My children learned to do that too.
If you were asked, is there anything else that can be used for a spiritual bath? I don't have rosemary or basil.
Okay. You don't have rosemary or basil. Do you have thyme? You could use thyme is good because thyme is actually called the elixir of life. Thyme is very powerful to bring in and remove at the same time. So clean and remove at the same time. So that's something that you could look in the cupboard. But remember, when you want to do specific things, it's a different, many different things. Those is very good to kind of just clean and help you feel lighter. But when you want to do a spiritual bath, and depending on what you want to do, it's many different herbs, not just one. But that's an emergency, okay? That could just lift something off easy.
If you were asked, how can I pray for St. Benedict's intercession and how can I use the medal?
Okay, so the medal, you can actually learn what it says in Latin. Let me remember. In Latin it says, the cross is my light, let the devil not be my guide. That's it, I think, around in Latin. And saying that out loud, saying your prayers out loud, Saint Benedict, you who are the intercessor of bringing in light and removing darkness, I ask and pray for your intercession to block out demons, dark energies, and evil and vampirish energies. I ask and pray for you to take my prayers up to the Lord, so the Lord may hear my prayers and support me in my petition to remove and block out evil, darkness, and demon energy. Okay, so something simple like that. And using your medal, you could wear it as a medallion. And that's something also that we have at the Botanica, which is the keychains with the medallion of St. Benedict. And we have the big one. So you could look at stellamarisreadings.com or simply click the link in my bio. And I have the big ones that you actually hang over your door or hang in any room that you feel any kind of negativity. I keep mine in my family room just because in my family room sometimes you can feel energies walk in because I have these huge, large windows and they're like walls. There's no wall, this is all glass. And I do feel sometimes things come through energetically, so I do keep it in that space, okay, to keep the energy balanced. That's what you can do. So you can wear it as a medal, as a pendant. You could wear it as a keychain. You could wear it as a bracelet. So they have bracelets, or you could have it as a big medal that you could put over the door or any room that you feel needs it. And do your prayers. Prayers they're so very, very powerful. You see, the thing is, all the things that we do, candles and all these things, they help. But what really creates the magic is your heart, your intention, and your prayer. As you do you and your hands and connect with spirit, you are uniting that energy. And that is off the hook. Off the hook. It makes things happen. It creates light. Because you're plugging into the most powerful source that propels the universe. Okay?
If you were asked, my name is Benedicta, and I was born on 11th July. What is my spiritual journey to take?
That's something for you to discover, you see. You can't go and ask people, what is my spiritual journey? That is something that you, with your patience, your meditations, and your prayers, and your conversations with spirit, that will help you to find what that is, okay? That's the self-discovery, just like I had to do that self-discovery. We all come here to find that self-discovery, but it is in our consistency, it is in our hunger, it is in our connection with the divine that we're going to find those answers. The answers are in here. To unlock those answers, connect to spirit, okay? Don't think anybody's going to give you that answer. That is something that you yourself must activate, connect with, and discover. Explore your heart, explore your energy, explore your spirit. This is about you speaking up, connecting with God, and finding that out.
What's your favorite crystal?
Okay, my favorite crystals, I got a list, but my favorite I could say is onyx, obsidian. This is all the three dark crystals. Obsidian, crystal, obsidian, tourmaline, and onyx, because they're protective stones. That's like my favorites. And then on the same level, favorites, which do different things, is citrine, because what does citrine do? Abundance, prosperity, clarity, imagination, creativity. It's like that energy that you need to be able to produce, to create, to track, to bring in, to ignite wealth, prosperity, creativity. Because creativity is what? Manifesting. So for me, citrine is a manifesting crystal. And adventuring is what? Money, excellence, like, movement, energy, igniting, it's wealth, financial prosperity, abundance, adventuring. So see, green, and citrine can sometimes be green, but it's usually yellow. So for me, those are one of my favorites. But I think that above all things, my most favorite is amethyst. And why is it amethyst? Because amethyst does everything. Amethyst could be your protective spiritual grid. You could lay that as a spiritual grid for protection and balance. And it doesn't allow negativity come into your space. It's protective. It is St. Michael's crystal. And also, it's a crystal of wisdom, knowledge, spiritual knowledge, and leadership. Priests wear it as crosses, like a pectoral cross. It always has amethyst crystals, and they wear amethyst crystal rings with their diocese. So that tells you something, that energetically that helps them to stay balanced, protected, but kind and loving and smart and knowledgeable and open with wisdom. That's what the crystal does. So out of everything, if you're going to say my most top is amethyst, and then my adventurine, okay, my citrine, and jade, but jade is like super expensive. So, and if it's not on the other side, which is your protective, you see, like it's like a pyramid. Protective is all my dark crystals, which are tourmaline, obsidian, and onyx. Okay.
A viewer asks, did going to Catholic school also increase your faith and spirituality more? And was your mother and father very religious? I went to Catholic school all my life. God has always answered my prayers.
My parents are Catholic, like Roman strict Catholic. They're really old. They were born in the 20s. So culturally and where they come from, that was something that was very much ingrained from them from the beginning. But I don't think they really studied their faith. They just kind of followed it blindly. This is what we do. This is how it's done. This is what we're supposed to do. I don't think they truly understood deep down inside what, like books, like in books, what our faith really was about, like the Beatitudes, like the all of the 10 Commandments and everything. They just knew that they had to behave a certain way. So was rudimentary. So there are some things, like even having conversations with my dad, like he doesn't know. And I'm like, how do you not know? I went to Catholic school. He didn't. He just learned from his mother. And there's stories that he wasn't even aware of, but very much a practicing Catholic, going to church all the time. So by faith, yes. And did that play a role? I think absolutely it did. But you come to a part of your age, like when you do your confirmation, when you do communion and confirmation, and you do these sacred, initiation things, that you have to really think about, what does it mean? Because I did at 7 say, what does this mean? Oh, it's a communion, to receive communion, receive the Holy Eucharist. Oh, okay. I had to understand what that meant. And for me to practice it, I had to integrate it. And do I want to do that? Because you get to choose if you want to do that. And then if it's not your confirmation, now as a young adult, you make that decision. Yes, I'm going to continue. I initiate myself. I even get myself a name, a confirmation name. So it's like a decision that you have to have the ability to take when you're like 12 or whatever. So I do think it played a big part, and I did have Catholics, teachings from the very beginning, since kindergarten. So yes, it's kind of ingrained to you, but I did get to a point in high school where I did question a lot of things, and I just saw a lot of like discrepancies, and I was like, what? So I was always asking a billion questions. So I was always in tit for tat with my scriptures teacher. Okay, so I was the one always raising my hand. I said, but wait a minute, how is this, but this is like this, but people do this, and why don't we this? So there was always like this big contradiction in the way we practice things, and what's expected, and what's said, and what's ordained to be. This is how it is. So that restrictive thing made me think, I have to figure this out, because not all of it resonates with me, but I respect it, absolutely. And that was my favorite subject, religion. So yes, it played a big part. And I understood as I got older and through experience in life that God is with us always. And no matter what faith and religion that we have, as long as we're good to each other, that we're kind and respectful and compassionate and loving and just open to help one another and not be judgmental, like sticking your finger and telling people what they should and should not be doing. If you can do that, and if we can just do that with each other, I think that God loves all of us. God loves us all, no matter what faith we are, whether we are Christian or whatever. Because remember, how many denominations of Christianity are there? Tons. I think how much is 45,000 across the world, denominations of Christianity, okay? Around the world, globally. And Catholicism, like Roman Catholic, is the one that's the highest, which is in the billions. I don't know, I remember, I read it somewhere, how many billions. That's the largest group of Christians. So with love and great respect, and there's much that I love about it, because that was my favorite subject. Like I said, I loved everything having to do with saints, because they did teach me in Catholic school all the saints. If you go to our churches, they're filled with saints. So when people say, why are you praying to a saint? I'm like, that's what I was taught from the very beginning. Why do you like candles? That's what we've been doing from the very beginning. If you go to all the churches that I have them, even on Instagram, all the beautiful churches that I visit, what do they have? They have statues of all the saints, and they have what? All the candles that are there that you can petition them as your intercessor to do things for you, to help you, to draw you closer to God, because that's the most important thing. When you light a candle, you want that as they intercede for you, that they pray for you. To whom? To God. Okay? They're not all the magic. The magic is in their relationship with the divine, that they have God's ear because of all the wonderful things that they've done on this earth. They've been caretakers, they've been healers, they've been prophets, they've been seers. What are seers? People who could tell them what was coming. That Jesus, what are the people that tell people Jesus is coming? Our Savior is going to be born. How did they know that? The divine would tell them, prepare the people to know that Jesus is coming. So what do you call those? I know psychic is a dirty word for some, but those are seers. Those are people who are given the gift to see the future, to be able to prepare others for the good that's coming and for the wonderful things that they could look forward to in the positive. And even if it's negative, it always gives you those chosen that have that ability to also give warnings, to be careful. It's almost like a mother saying, be careful, you're going to fall off of that. Stop jumping on that. You're going to fall and break your neck. Just like a parent does. So the divine also speaks to humans to help others who don't always listen. Sometimes listening is a gift that we have just without even trying. And some of us have to fine-tune that hearing through our prayers and meditation to have that gift. We all have it. But it's about exercising those gifts and acknowledging that you have that you can use them and work with that to help you navigate through life. Because you're opening the telephone channel with the divine. God is, don't do that. Be careful. You're going to fall and break your face. That's not the path to go. It's dark and doom if you go in that path. You know better. You have that little, like Jiminy Cricket, that instinct that says to you, don't do that. Be careful. You know, eating that, smoking that, drinking that is going to lead you in the wrong direction. Don't do that. Don't be doing that. You're disrespectful respecting this, you're respecting that, you're going to harm and hurt others. Don't kill, don't do this, don't do that. Spirit is always giving us that instinctual feeling what we shouldn't be doing because it was going to harm us and we're going to harm other people. And it's in us to be able to open that channel through our prayer and meditations to be able to receive that. We're all always asking for answers. Oh, how do I do this? How do I get successful? How do I find a new job? How do I do this? You know how you're going to find that out? You're going to be able to find those answers when you open those channels to God. When you open your heart, when you open your solar plexus, when you open your sacral, when you open your root, when you open your third eye, when you open your crown chakra, your throat chakra, that's when you're going to find out. And when you start using that alignment of chakras and you open that thick channel, that not thick, but what I'm saying is that doorway or that space that you open when you do that and pray. Because it's in your prayers, it is in your voice that you are opening that channel. Dear God in heaven, be with me today. Dear God in heaven, thank you. Please help me find the answers. Please help me do well. Please help me and keep me safe. Please help me and help my children. Please help my husband. Please help my dog. Help my cat. You're in that constant. And when you're in that constant, what is it? The heavens are open to you. The heavens are open to you. There's nothing blocking your communication because when you did what? You open those channels, okay? So you have the power to do that. Yes, some of us are chosen. We have the ability just as a gift. I've always had it. Didn't know it was a gift. I just thought I was just like lots of things coming into my head, and I always had an edge. I always had an edge. I always felt God's protection. Even when I went to places that weren't the very best, I always felt like I got an army behind me. I've always felt it. And even through difficult things, as I'm going through difficult things, I would ask for help. And guess what? I had the help. I had to go through some difficult things. Yes, I cried and screamed and went and panicked. But at the end, everything worked out. What does that mean? God was always with me. And I learned that. And now at this age, I can be through things that are like, oh my God, oh Lord. But I know that it's with me and I trust it. And even though I'm skimming on the edge, I know that God's with me because we have that conversation. We talk every day. I complain and ask and beg and do all those things every single day and say thank you too. Okay. So know that you can do that. Absolutely, you have the ability to do that. And if you say, well, I don't have that. Yes, you do. All you have to do is do what? Pray and meditate. Open those channels. Right now, it feels like a block. But once you start activating it with this powerful throat and this heart in your mind, you can open that and God hears you loud and clear. And you'll be able to listen to God loud and clear.
If you are asked, how do I know I'm meditating the right way?
You'll just know it. That's something that you won't even have to ask because you'll just know. It's a feeling that you will, it's almost like it'll tell you, we're here, we're connecting. You hear me, you know me, you feel me. You'll feel peace and you'll feel relaxation. You'll feel strong and you'll feel it. You'll just know it. Like when I do meditate, I feel like it's sitting with me. It's here. It's here. It's here. It's with me. That's why I love doing candles. You say, what? I love doing candles. Because as I'm doing candles, I'm in prayer. And when I'm praying, I feel things coming to the table. I feel things coming to where I am. As I'm at that fire, I feel an army of light coming to me. That is the most wonderful feeling, to feel all of it. It makes me want to cry sometimes. Sometimes I do cry because there's nothing like it. Feeling spirit, feeling God, nothing compares to that. And let me say, having my children is the most beautiful thing. It's the most experience, the highest. Being married and falling in love, that's the highest. Feeling joy with myself and peace is the highest. But I can just say this, and no insult to anybody, but nothing equates when I feel God here, 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 here. It's just like I get overwhelmed. I get overwhelmed with that feeling. Like I feel it now. Because I know God exists. I know God is within us. I know that we're part of God. We all are. And it brings me to sadness that a lot of you may not know that or may not feel that. But this is why prayer is important. Because as you open that door, you're going to feel it. You won't ask, how will I know? Holy cow, you just know. Just like I know that I'm sitting here, that I'm with you, that you're listening. I feel God's love. And God is with us all. And as I speak, I know that you feel it at home. I know that you feel God at home. Let me speak. Tell me, how do you feel when I'm talking about God right this minute? Do you feel God at home? Listen. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. What do you feel in your space this very moment? Type it for me. Type it in this chat.
Yes. Feel at peace. Peace. Absolutely. Calmness.
Your existence here on this planet is proof of God's love. It is God's proof that you are dearly, immensely, enormously, boundlessly, limitlessly loved. There are no limits to the bounds of God's love for you. You're here. You're present. You get to live this life. You get to smell this beautiful air, smell the trees, see the flowers, see the sun and the moon and the stars. And we're all together here. That means something that we're here together. We chose to be here together. God put us together to experience love, light, and happiness, and to work together to make this a beautiful planet, a beautiful place to live, with our loving words, with our loving intentions, and by always, always connecting with God and channeling God's love on this planet, which means racism has no place in this planet. Hatred has no place on this planet. Evil has no place on this planet. Know that you can create heaven here on earth by the way we treat each other, by the way we behave with one another, and by having tolerance and kindness and helping those who need to learn, teaching those who don't know any better, and being supportive and kind. Education should not cost what it costs. We should be educating ourselves and our children and our families. Everybody should be educated. Shouldn't just be for the few that could pay. It should be for all of us. Imagine if we all had the opportunity to learn and we were supported in learning. We would know more about each other. We'd be able to understand one another. We wouldn't be fighting the way we would do. We wouldn't be pointing fingers. We wouldn't be trying to out-compete and outlive each other. This world is huge. It's bountiful. The seas, the oceans, the streams, the brooks, the heavens, the clouds, everything is immensely beautiful, perfect. God made everything perfect. And we can achieve that if we can connect with God and follow the rhythm of the universe of love, light, and peace.
I forgot to mention earlier.
Oh.
These.
Okay.
If you want to show them off.
All right. All right, so tomorrow is a powerful night. It really, really is. It's important to acknowledge these important nights that the universe, that God gives us. You see, the thing is, we were saying, oh, well, I don't hear God, Listen, the sun coming out every day, and for you to be able to see that sun every day, you are a gazillionaire. You are a lottery winner, okay? So know that you are gifted and you're blessed. And tomorrow is a very powerful night to connect with spirit and the divine, to work with it, to work with it. And if this is not your thing, at least do your prayers, speak out into the universe. Move energy, work with energy. God is present. It's ever present with you. And of course, when I talk about crystals and things like that, that's something that for me helps me immensely, energetically. Okay? And these are some things that you may want to see. Look at how beautiful. This is pyrite that you could find at Stella Maris readings. What's pyrite? They call it fool's gold. I call it something different. I call it the magnet to bring in money. Okay, so this is your pyrite ring. Look at how exquisite and beautiful it is. Okay, so crystals, remember, they draw good energy. They draw things to you. And they also have the power to banish and remove things.
Please note that the rings that Grace is showing you are available either only as one-of-ones, like the pirate ring that you saw right here. But these two rings are available in 2 different sizes.
Okay.
So take a look
So
at
yes,
Stella
take a
Maris
look.
readings.
Take a look, and all the information is there. You may guess. The thing is, I picked these, and I picked these just energetically because I do feel that they hold a lot of potential to draw things in whatever which way that you want to work. So like with this rose quartz, beautiful. Rose quartz, remember, that's for heart healing, balancing your heart chakra. Rose quartz. I love rose quartz. It's beautiful. And it's a healing stone. So if you don't feel well or you're feeling a little down, that's a beautiful crystal to help you kind of open up and release a lot of things that you may be holding in, and to heal your heart, heal your energy, and help you to feel comfortable with self. Of course, the smoky quartz, which is great. I love smoky quartz. And I'll tell you why. Smoky quartz is excellent when you do meditating, when you're praying, or you feel sometimes like out of body, like feeling a little bit like, I don't know how to call that. What do you call that kind of energy? When you're feeling like out of body, like you're floating and you don't feel grounded. Smoky quartz, look how beautiful this is. Maddie got one just like this. She loves this one, the smoky quartz. Right, Maddie? Yeah. Ouch! So this one is beautiful. I love smoky quartz. It helps me when I do prayers, and I wear my rings depending on how I'm feeling that day. If I feel like that, like cloudy and dusty, musty, like I can't think clearly, I wear smoky quartz. Or I just get my smoky quartz, the big rock. And this one is beautiful. This one is Larimar. Larimar is the sea. It has got the energy and the vibration of the sea. It is purifying. It is calming, peaceful. Larimar. This is a big stone and crystal in the Caribbean and like Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic. This is like their crystal, their stone, and it is beautiful. It is very calming, like the sea. It's very cleansing. It's very purifying. It's very loving, peaceful energy coming out of this ring. So that one is gorgeous. And then, of course, onyx, my favorite. Onyx is, as a reader, when I do readings, I'll wear tourmaline, I'll wear onyx, or I'll even put it as a crystal on the table while I'm doing that as a protective stone against negativity and darkness and just ugly energy, like shifty energy. So this is very beautiful to have. And it's in silver. Beautiful. Okay, so those are some crystals that you can find online. And there are many others as well. And these are picked out by me, because it's like what I would wear. It's like what I like for me and what I feel that also has helped me. So I wear a lot of crystals if it's not earrings. And, right now this is, I think this is a sapphire. So I have, different crystals that I work with depending on how I feel and what kind of energy I need to work with.
If you are asked, what is your St. Expedite class?
All right, so my St. Expedite class is an excellent class where I'm going to work with you to help you learn how to work with St. Expedite, what offerings to give, what prayers to do, and how to set your altar in your space as you're going to work with St. Expedite, and how to write a petition. Okay, so that's an excellent class to prepare you for the 19th. Because you know, I celebrate him every year, the 19th, and I also do super moons and blue moons in November with Saint Expedite because I always say to him, he's the bomb diggity. There's never a no from Saint Expedite. Very powerful intercessor in everything having to do with money, with legal, with judgments, paperwork, immigration, schoolwork, education, everything that has a requirement of paper and things that are of a necessity in this realm of called life. He is powerful as an intercessor and of urgent causes. Everything that is an emergency. That's why his name, Expedite, expeditious, quickly, speed, movement, quick, work, money, salary, promotions, advancements, success, achievements, boom. Saint Expedite is powerful, okay? And with this class is about, it's almost like if this is your first time to introduce you, but also for those who want to work with Saint Expedite, this is a great class to teach you how to work with Saint Expedite all the time. Not just on his special days or the way I work on November, but that you can work with Saint Expedite whenever you want to work with Saint Expedite. Okay, so great class, and you know I made it where it's good for everybody to join, and it'll be a great time for us to get together. And any questions you may have, I could help you by answering those questions. So this is in preparation for the 19th. I thought that preparing people is excellent. Just because I always get on the 19th or even past, who's Saint Expedite? How do I work with him?
And all participants of the Saint Expedite class will be getting a free shaker petition if they join the candle service, regardless of whether they purchase a candle glass reading or not.
Okay, so that's the special that as you take the time to learn how to work with Saint Expedite, you also get that bonus, okay? Your petition, one petition in the Saint Expedite shaker, okay? If you join, okay? And that's, again, how to learn to work with Saint Expedite so you can work with him anytime. It's about helping you establish and expand and create a beautiful bond with Saint Expedite. And because he's not like every other saint. He likes to be known. He likes to be acknowledged, okay? And that's part of it too. So, you know, when you offer something to a saint, you have to acknowledge and say thank you. And he's very big on that. All right, so I hope that you enjoyed this evening. It was wonderful to connect with you all. I love being able to talk with you and, you know, answer your questions about spirituality and anything that you may need answers for that I can help you with. So please take a look at the website for your spiritual baths. Take a look for the candle service. That's tomorrow night. Don't wait till the last minute. I usually get a lot of scragglers at the end, but I also welcome because I want to be able to help everybody join. But you wanted to come in with a sense of peace and calm, that you're thought out and it's not in a rush, because you want it to be from here. You want it to be focused, okay? So yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow. All right, so before I leave, as you know, I always love to throw out some not tarot cards. Usually it's oracle card decks, oracle card pulls. But tonight I'm going to do tarot cards, and this is a little different. I'm going to do the major arcana. The major arcana are your vibrational cards, the big cards, and then the rest give you stories, and energetically they add to your main story. But here we're going to work with the major arcana just energetically to see what messages the universe just wants us to know. But I'm going to use a little bit of my spiritual abilities to see what spiritual abilities that I have to help focus in on the message coming in. Okay, these are beautiful cards. These are absolutely beautiful. All right, so let's begin. But for most of you, if you're new, before I do a credit card pull, I was going to say a card pull, I always like to do a prayer called grounding and visualization. That helps me connect with energy, be able to hear better. That is just the way Grace has to do it, the way I have to do it. That's the only way I know how to do it. And of course, it also is helpful because it also helps us to get grounded. It allows us to relax, open up, and be able to work with energy. And I say a prayer, a quick small prayer to always affirm our connection with the divine, and that's who we want to work with, energy, positive energy, light energy. Okay? So are we good? All right, so let's see what the universe wants to say. All right, everybody, get into place, relax, let go, don't worry, don't stress. Let go of all that stuff. Let go of all the worries. No worries. This is a good place. This is our beautiful place of love and light and peace. All right, so I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. Oof, hold on a second. These are little puzzle things. Okay. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Breathe in and exhale. Picture yourself in a beautiful place. This place is extraordinary. You see the sun, just sunrise, like a sunrise. The sun is rising. You are at the foot of the sea as the sun rises, and you can see the beautiful colors. You hear the sounds of the waves as the waves come in to the shore, as you take a deep breath in and exhale. You could feel the wind and the air flowing through your hair and through your fingers as you take a deep breath in and exhale. You could hear the powerful sounds of the waves coming into the shore and hitting the sand as you breathe in and exhale. It's so peaceful, and you feel light and clean. Every time the water and the tide comes into the shore, you feel as the ocean goes out to sea, like it pulls all the stress. It pulls out all the negativity. It pulls out all the disappointments. It just pulls every dark feeling out to sea. And with every tide that goes out to sea, you feel lighter and lighter as the sea comes in, cleanses, clears you, and takes away all that darkness. You feel so peaceful. You feel a sense of calm, and you feel grounded. You don't feel heavy. You don't feel dizzy or confused. You feel fresh, refreshed, and clean, and happy and grounded as you take a deep breath in and exhale. You hear the powerful sounds of the waves and the water, and you could feel the spray of the water and the smell of the sea. How cleansing. It's an aroma that it can't be bottled. It's just so unique and powerful. Because as you breathe it in, it cleans your lungs, it cleans your insides, it cleans your mind and your spirit and your soul as you take a deep breath in and exhale. And it's just musical, the sound of the seagulls as they fly above you as you take a deep breath in and exhale. And as you look out into the horizon, you see that warm sunrise and the sky meeting the sea as you take a deep breath in and exhale. It's a new day. It's a moment, a beautiful moment of joy and happiness, of peace and calm. You know that God is with you. You know that your angels are with you. You know that your loved ones and ancestors are with you. Their love and vibration is all around you. You know that you're not alone. You know that you're in the company of sheer beauty and light as you take a deep breath in and exhale. Breathe in and out. Dear God in heaven, surround us with love and light. Deliver us from negativity and darkness, and let your love and light prevail. Saint Michael the Archangel, Archangel Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael, be present with us. Protect us and guide us and keep us close to the light of the Lord. Deliver us from evil. Deliver us from negativity. Deliver us from our own fears and darknesses. Help us to release, be open to divine light and guidance. Amen. All right, how did that exercise feel for all of you? Please let me know. Beautiful. Okay. Wonderful. Lovely. Beautiful. Relaxing, relaxing. Okay. Know that you have the power to do that. And that's how we open. Remember when we talk about meditating? This is how you begin meditating. Okay? And this could be a form of prayer too. This is how we remove all the dark energy and we clear out that space so we can channel spirit. It's part of meditation. It's the beginning of meditation. And the more you sit in that quiet energy and you connect and commune with that space and energy is how you meditate. That's the beginning to get into that state. All right, so let's begin. No, I do not have another account. All right, so let's begin. Dear God in heaven, hear our prayers. What messages do we need to hear using the major arcana? What are the messages? Lord, let me hear your messages. Angels of love and light, what do we need to know as we're going into this powerful night? Because we're already on the 29th. As we're going into this powerful night, what do we need to know? Amen. Okay. Wow. Okay. So as we're moving into this powerful night, look at this. Oh my God, this was right next to each other. All right, look at these cards that we got. We got the Magician. We got the High Priestess. The High Priest, excuse me. The High Priest and the Magician. This one has a High Priest and a Magician. And for me, this is the Hierophant then. This is the Hierophant and the Magician because it's called the High Priest, but it's the Hierophant and the Magician. So for tomorrow night, you have the Magician. What does that mean? Tomorrow night, you are a magician. I mean tonight, later tonight, because it's the 29th. So you have the power of a magician tonight to manifest your wishes and dreams. You have that ability. You have that power. It is time tonight to tune into that energy and work with that because that will help you as you're communing with the divine. See, magic, this is Hierophant, higher vibration energy, godlike energy to connect, to create and your achievements, your success, your world. What do you want it to look like? Okay? And we have hope, which means put all your hope and trust. Put your faith. Look at this. Put your faith and your hopes together. Put all your faith in your hopes that they were going to manifest. You have Empress energy. This is abundance. Empress energy is about abundance. The abundance, the universe is teeming with abundance, with Empress energy, life-giving energy, loving energy, nurturing energy. The universe is nurturing you to connect with it and create your existence, your world, your achievements, your success. You are the magician. Co-create with the divine to manifest your world. Transmute, because you also have death here, and this is not negative. Death meaning let go of the old, embrace, transmute into the new, a new beginning, new life, okay? Transformation, not transmutation, excuse me, transformation, transform. We left the winter, transformation into the spring. This is the perfect time that the universe has set for you to create your magic. Use your faith and your hope to manifest your dreams. The universe is abundant. It is teeming with loving, mothering, nurturing, life-giving, abundant energy. Look at that. What do you think about this reading? because I said, what do we need for tomorrow night? Tomorrow night, all we need is you, spirit, the divine, to create your world, your existence, what you want to achieve. And you notice like this card has here, like these 4 corners, and that is everything that you desire to create. Just like the magician has the cup, which means love and emotion, money, which is the coin, wealth, the wands, which is beginnings, prosperity, movement, channeling energy, and then dominion. And you have the number 8 up here, the infinity sign, which means it's infinite. You have the infinite ability to manifest and create as many times as you want. How amazing. So did you guys get that? Did you get this reading? Do you understand this reading? Yes. Yes. All right, so, okay. So tomorrow, not tomorrow, tonight, this night, it is your time to manifest. The universe has set the tone, has given you, see, God is giving all the time, but we don't see it that way. It's just the solar eclipse. It's just the new moon. God is constantly giving us opportunities to connect with it, to talk to it. Bernie said, hi, Kingston. Kingston is wild this evening. You see, he's feeling it. He's feeling it. And what's wonderful is, you know, this Mercury retrograde, you notice that it's a little calmer. It's starting to feel a little calmer. It has its moments, but I felt that this evening it's a little calmer. We're giving into this beautiful energy, and I feel this solar eclipse is helping us feel less stressed and really more focused into creating. So I think the energies to tonight are excellent because, again, the magician, that's you. The Hierophant, the High Priest. They call it the High Priest, but it's really like the Hierophant in other cards. It's really structure, the divine, the architectural design of the spirit and the world, that we can create our world. I can't, look at this and work with faith and have faith and hope. Work with those energies. It's time to transform. Transform. Whatever didn't work. New beginnings. It's spring. And the Empress. The universe is abundant. There's no limits. There's no limits for the things that you can ask for. Okay? How powerful was this reading? Okay, Pisces, just do. Think of the most wonderful things. Everything that you desire and hope for. Dream big. You got to dream big. It's like when you're selling a house. What do? You give it a big number, and you definitely there's a number that you're wanting, but you want to give it a bigger number so you get exactly what it is that you want. Oh my God, the kid is wild. Okay, so remember, take that in consideration. When you want something, you always ask for even the most exorbitant things. That way you definitely, as it moves down a little bit, you're definitely going to get what you want, okay? Excuse me, even if you're 63, you're still young, okay? My dad's 100. My dad's 100. My dad hoofs around this house, and he's like, I'm never dying. Okay, it's the truth. He's like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm like, oh my God, but you're like 100. How long are we supposed to live? But do you see what I'm telling you? 63 is young. Think of it, 63 and 100?
37 years.
37 years. That's a lot of years. That's a whole lifetime. Okay? 63 is young. My God, what's the matter with you?
Be careful with the microphones.
Okay. Kingston wants to say hi. Everyone, Kingston wants to say hi. Hello, Kingston. Say hi to everybody. Hello. Hello, hello. Hold on to his butt. Hold on. I got to hold him from his butt.
The microphone.
Okay. Say hi, Kingston.
We do it from here.
Okay. I love Kingston, but not like that. Okay, we're family. We not like that.
He got nervous.
Ugh. Kingston. Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you so very much for spending this evening with me. Remember, today is powerful. So before you go to bed, promised me that you're going to go to the window and that you're going to speak. Start speaking to God. Dear God, I'm here. I heard tonight is going to be off the chain. It's going to be off the hook. So I hear that you're all around us and I can feel you. I call you in, dear God. I want to be able to manifest money. I want to be able to manifest love. I want to be able to manifest protection against all the evil eyes. And of course, success in all my endeavors. And protection, that you're always with me, no matter where I go. Whether a dark alley, whether it's to school, whether it's home, wherever there's darkness, protect me, please. Okay? So, did I do all those? So, yeah. So, tonight, don't forget, do your prayers. Don't go to bed without saying your prayers. Don't go to bed without looking outside and looking up to the heavens. Okay? Go to the window and just speak. Initiate that conversation with God. Don't you dare go to bed without initiating a conversation with God and all your angels and all your saints and all your ancestors and all the energies and powers that be of divine light. Because it's all one. Okay? All right. All right, thank you. And remember, be in the peace, be in the light, do good. Focus on the positive. Let go of all the negative people and all that negative nonsense. Stuff. I meant stuff. Okay? Stay in the light. All right, everybody, good night, good night, good night, good night. And don't forget, let it manifest to success. Amen. Bye. I love you too.